Howdy y'all, and welcome to Lax Lives. I'm Lakander, and this is Lax Builds. So today we're going to look at another build on the FTB modded Minecraft site. Well, not site, but server. As I've said before, these are remnants of a map that I used to play on, and it I don't know what happened to the map, but it got corrupted. I wasn't able to save it, so I did manage to rescue the bits and pieces of the map, though, using MC Edit, which is how we're able to, oh, you know what, I opened that and totally forgot to set it to dawn. But I was able to rescue bits and pieces of my builds on the server, and which is why we're looking at them, because they're not on my maps anymore, so, which is kind of sad. I really liked building in this world. Alright, so this was my first attempt at a large ship. Really my first attempt, period, at a ship. And I still don't understand why there's so many dogs running around out here. There are not dogs in the original map. I don't believe there were dogs in this map, although I do see I kind of may have covered over some forest, so and bats. Oh, there's a cave there, but it's just weird to me that there's dogs and this is ocean, and I thought this chunk was these chunks were supposed to replace all the other chunks. Anyways, that's not my ship. So the ship itself is made out of a mixture of blocks of planks, full plank blocks of jungle wood, I believe, and microblocks. And I want to show you microblocks real quick here. So this is just a square cobblestone you can see in my inventory, and this is a diamond handsaw. And so when you place your handsaw, and I know I showed you this in the other video, but I want to show you how it actually works. So when I put the handsaw on top and the block, you can see it gives me slabs. Now these are different from your normal slabs. Let me since I'm in whoops, that's not how you spell slab. Slab. So this is a vanilla style slab, and you can see I get no indicator or anything where it's gonna go, and when I put it down, that's pretty much it. I can't put them on the side or anything. I need a pickaxe. I'm using a program called, well, it's modded Minecraft, so it's using a program called NEI to allow me to search through recipes and stuff, but it's currently in cheat mode. So, and then with the modded version of a slab, you get a little a GUI showing you where the block is going to place, because not only do they go flat, but you can stand them on edge. They can go on any side of the square that they would have been a part of, and they can go on the top or bottom, just like a normal slab. And then when you place a slab that you've cut and you put the saw beside it, then you can cut it down to a strip. If you put it above it, it cuts down to a panel. So a slab will cut into a panel will cut into a cover. All three of them, slab, panel, cover, will split into strips, And then if you make a strip, strips can be cut into corners. And then you can play around with the different sizes, and you just have to remember that it can only fit in the square that it's, that you're placing it in. So when you place it down, let me show you an example here with the different sizes of panel or with strips. So if I place this down, you can see that I can only place it on the outside edge because it's still the square, and so it can only exist in the corners. And then a panel strip is the same way, it's just a thicker piece, and it's really hard to get them to stand up if you don't have something to put them next to. And then the corner, or the big ones, of course, are actually a quarter of the block. So it depends on what you're trying to do, which size you got to use, but they can be pretty useful with building. So when I did my ship, I did it mostly out of planks. Apparently I can't manage to double tap the jump button. It's mostly planks here along the water. I did not like the way stairs looked, although I know I've used them in my vanilla, but here I didn't like the way they leave air pockets, and you can see I did put stairs, and then when I took them out, I've got air pockets. And I put a rubber. Whoops, I'm drowning. And then I did cut down some micro blocks, and so you can see there are different. I keep holding down the space bar, and you've got to double tap it to turn the gravity engine on that lets you fly. And this is not in creative mode. I am currently in a single player survival mode. And in the modded version, there's a chest piece called a gravity chest plate that allows you to fly. So, but you can see it takes power, and so the power is fluctuating. Although I have the solar helmet that's supposed to charge it on here. So, but yeah, so it's mostly jungle wood, chopped down jungle wood, whatever. When I say chopped down jungle wood, I meant into microblocks. The black you see around the edges is basalt, and this is actually basalt stone, so when you mine it you get cobble, and then the cobble can be cooked just like normal cobblestone to get stone pieces. I didn't put any corners in. I could have put a panel strip corner, or not panel, cover strip corners to completely fill in the corners of those, but I left them empty. You can see I did put in corners on these where they needed it, and actually I don't know if they needed it. I think these might all just be full groupings here. So these are panels, and these will be panel strips on top of jungle wood panels. I use just normal fencing for my railing. I did put in some basalt cover strips here to pretend to be the brackets that hold the masts in place. I also put in trapdoors as the covers for the cargo hold, although in hindsight I would have put it over here instead of where I did, because I think it should be more in the middle of the ship. And then down here under, pretty much just threw in some stuff to pretend it was cargo. Once again, this is modded Minecraft, so some of the things just might not be familiar. These are zirconium blocks. If you watch the episode where we talked about my lighthouse over there, which you can kind of see right there through the cargo covers, these are the same thing that's on the lighthouse. Red colored, white colored, green colored, blue colored. You can see that. They're just called zirconium blocks. I don't remember how to make them. It's been a while since I've done them. This is fur, I think. I just threw in some fur planks. And this is aluminium. Now I spaced them out because, you have to lash down your cargo so that it's balanced. Otherwise, your ship will tip over, and you don't want that. The chest here, in vanilla, I know you just get wood, and so this is a double wood chest. This is an iron chest. It holds the same amount as a double wood chest, I think. but as a single chest, and they can be placed right next to each other, although I don't have any next to each other. Um, and so to make one of these, you just surround a wood chest by iron. If you surround an iron chest by gold, you get a gold chest. If you surround a gold chest with 2 diamonds and 6 glass, then you get a diamond chest, which is the largest of the chests, I believe. Plenty of space in those. There's also obsidian chest, I think, in the mod, and but it's just a black version of the diamond chest, so I've never really bothered with it. And then, whoops, and then the sails are all made out of covers, and it's a mixture of covers and cover strips. It's just white wool. Oh, I forgot to talk about my texture pack. I'm using Soartex Fanver, and you can get that at soartex.net. I prefer the way it looks to vanilla. I know in my vanilla Let's Plays, I don't use a texture pack, but when I do a Feed the Beast texture pack, it will be using Soartex because it's my preferred visuals. And then these are, I believe, jungle wood panels. And there's an interesting thing that happens. Some materials can overlap other materials. Not every material will do it. And so this is a panel, or a panel slab, and so it's like about a third of a block. But when you put the wool cover on it, the wool cover overwrites the edge of the slab. Oh, great. Let me dive down here in the ocean to get my piece here. Why do I have glass on me? Who knows? I probably used this as an example of something. So you can see that the wood actually goes all the way to the edge of the block here. But when I place my cover down, it overlaps, and so when it places down, it covers over half of it. So that's an interesting thing that happens with the microblocks. And I made the sails billow out a little bit to make it look like the ship is, in the wind. Although, now that I'm looking at this, I'm not sure which way my pennant should be facing. I put a little crow's nest on top, once again done with the microblocks. You can stand down in here. There's enough room. And then put a little pole up here with the flag on it. Flag's made from blue wool. It is covers, and once again I'm taking advantage of the parts of a block for covers to make it look like this. I got too much stuff in my hands. I just want a bare hand here. Thanks. So this is the edge of a block. This side of it is edge of a block too. So the block, if it was going to go down, is right here. See? The cover is even with it, so the cover is on this block here. Well, it's on the next block here. And so it's on the left side. If I'm facing this way, it's on the left side of a block. It's a full cover, so it's the full height and width of a block. It's just not the same depth. It's a cover, so it's the flat piece. So then I took a cover and I moved it over one. And so this cover to my right is on the left edge of the block. This cover is on the right edge of a block. And then when we come to this side, this is a cover strip. It is, if we're facing this way again, it's on the left edge of a block against this cover, which is on the right edge of a block. And then these are the next block. These little parts on the end, these are cover corners. So it kind of gives me a little wave to my flag, I think. I thought the flag was looked pretty nice. But that is my ship. Hopefully that's not too fast to make you seasick or something. Motion sickness. I also want to show you one thing that never got finished. Let me bring it back to daytime here. I don't want to run into too many monsters or something. Daytime. One of the things that I want to do... Oh, look, see? Oh, look at all these pigs. Why are so many pigs down here? I don't understand why there's so many animals in the ocean. I've been on this map before. I was on this map before I filmed the lighthouse thing, making sure that all my buildings were in here. There were not animals swimming around. I wonder if there's something about it was forest, but now it's been replaced by a different chunk, so it's still spawning the animals for that chunk. I don't know if that's what's happening. My idea, though, was... now, because this is from a different map, I don't know why, but it didn't fill this in, and so there's a giant hole here. I have no idea why this happened. It is not true all the way around. I really don't understand why there's this giant hole in this map. It's just weird. And but this used to be a mountain. You can see here that it got split in half. The trees here got split in half. But it was a really tall jungle mountain, and so my plan was to put in a Smuggler's Cove. And it didn't get finished. I had dug out this little trench here, and there was going to be like a little skiff here so they can go out to the ship to get smuggled goods. It's camouflaged, so I use shears to cut leaves off and cover most of the little tunnel here. And then what would happen is you go back in this tunnel and it would lead back through the mountains, which there's no mountains here anymore. But you'd come back through the tunnel, and the tunnel would lead you over and down. And then we haven't looked at it yet, but we'll get there eventually. And then you get in here, and this tunnel, there's a weird lighting thing. Get on the ground so you don't move so fast. There's a weird lighting thing, and you've probably seen it if you've ever been in a mine shaft on vanilla Minecraft. It happens with MC Edit. When you copy over a chunk, the torches don't update their lighting correctly, and so it's really weird to load something and then get there and find out that all the torches aren't lit, and so monsters are spawning even though it's a well-lit area. But this tunnel would lead from the little Smuggler Cove back there all the way to this break in the sewer wall of my village. And so they could smuggle their goods in and out through the sewers. Come on, get in here. The water's pushing me. And these are the sewers for my village. Alright. I'm going to get back out here so we can look at the ship to end the video, because tunnel underground, maybe not that exciting. Maybe if I was caving or something, but I'm not caving, so not that exciting. So we'll pass over the Bay of Pigs here. Don't look too much at the town or anything. I don't want to give it away. Although you've probably seen it 100 times now as I've been spinning around. But yeah, so that was my ship. That was my idea for a Smuggler's Cove that never got finished before the map crashed. Not only did the map crash, but we actually moved to a new area because some other people started playing, and there wasn't really enough room here to accommodate them all. So, and I don't know if I can save that other map, because that's where we're playing. So if something went horribly wrong, that's where it went wrong. But there's a dog on my ship. Anyways, thanks for watching. Click like if you like. Click subscribe to be sure and catch the next one, because this series does not update frequently. So I am not sure when I will be back to show you something else. Talk to you later.